Boom. Boom. Who Dey?
Who Dat?
Yeah, not well. So today, actually, yes. So as y'all know, we've been doing this series. Like we did, why your team was gonna suck, and I had a lot of fun with that one. That one was fun because just nailing every single team. But now we're being a little nicer, and we're going through and explaining why every team is going to win the Super Bowl this year. Yes, even the Cardinals. We're going to talk about them too.
The devil is a lie.
We already talked about the Dolphins. That was hard. Well, it was hard. We did it though. I don't know if anybody believed us because
honestly, I think the Cardinals might be harder than the Dolphins.
I think it's a toss-up at best. Hello, Daniel Barry. All right. So this is going to be Mikey's favorite episode of the year, I assume, because we're going to have to talk about. But no, it's not, because we're going to talk about the Saints, but we also have to talk about why the Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl.
The devil is a lie.
Yeah, well, you know what? I had to do it for the Steelers. Okay.
You're right. Okay, I can do it. I can tell three. I can do one truth and three lies. I can do that. Okay, let's go. It's like that game. You know the game two truths and a lie? Or this time we're doing the one truth and the three lies.
Well, this year what's going to happen is the Patriots are actually magically going to get back to the Super Bowl, and then the Falcons are going to beat them 28-3.
Man,
but not this time.
You know, fun fact: if Atlanta took a QB kneel every single play when they got 22-3, they would have won the game.
Yes, that is how having a lead works.
But like from 28-3, all they had to do was kneel the ball since the third quarter all the way until the last play of the game, and they would have won Super Bowl. But instead, they decided to run offensive plays.
You almost kind of wonder. I mean, you don't really wonder. You almost kind of wonder why teams don't do that. Like, just run out all the clock you possibly can. If you have a big lead in the fourth quarter, I think the reason they don't do that is because like the like Roger Goodell would personally come down and fire them for doing that.
I remember LSU one time. I forgot who we were playing, but I remember LSU was up by like 30 points. And with 5 minutes left, they were at the goal line, but with 5 minutes left, they started kneeling the ball. And like it was 4th and goal from like the 6-yard line, and they just knelt the ball. Like they were kneeling the ball from 5 minutes left. The other coach was mad though. I don't know why he was mad. If anything, LSU was saving him some suffering, but you know.
Well, he's probably mad because he was planning on laying into his team like on Monday, and LSU doing that just kind of like stole the story from him.
Right.
Either that, or he's like the guy who Dennis Allen was actually worried about.
Dennis Allen can kiss my ass, but yeah,
last year,
dude, we had Spencer Rattler starting.
Yeah, you said he was going to be good.
I was stupid.
You could have just said I was lying, and that would have been that would at least preserve something.
One thing I told myself from now on, I'm gonna start telling the truth more often. And I'm a stupid person because ain't nobody watching Spencer Rattler being like, "Oh yeah, maybe you know."
I mean, there was a brief period of time where I thought Spencer Rattler had a really good shot of being like like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and that was when he was at Oklahoma.
I did too, and even last year, I mean, he had a couple good games, but overall, him, Cesar Ruiz, people. Fun fact: did you know that Juwan Johnson was third in tight ends last year when it came to receiving yards? I did not know that, and he made it very like if the dude knew how to catch a ball, he would have been second or first.
Well, you see, you keep talking about how Geno Stone had 100 tackles. Look at all the catches Juwan Johnson had.
I mean, the fact that dude was second in the league in tight end receiving yards, that's like, well, damn.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and dive into these teams then.
Yeah,
Which
do that.
division do you want to start with?
Hey, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's do the East. Why not? Let's start with the East.
Okay. So why are now and this is the one where like every single person on the planet starts rolling their eyes because they hear about this every fucking offseason. Why are the Dallas Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl this year, Mikey?
Because their offense is talented enough to score with anybody.
They do have quite a talented offense. I need to see, as I said in the other episode, I need to see something happen with that defense. But maybe Christian Parker gets the job done, you know? And you're right, they do have an elite offense. Majestic was in the last episode we were in asking who had a better wide receiver core, the Bengals or the Cowboys. And while the objectively correct answer is the Bengals, the fact is it's a reasonable question to ask because the Cowboys do have a lot of talent at wide receiver. So I mean, like if they score like 50 points a game, it's gonna be hard to beat them.
Right.
Didn't save the Bengals season.
Didn't save the Saints season either.
Yeah, well, Saints had more problems than just offense.
Now, in 2016, we were scoring 50 points a game, and we still went 7-9. So, trust me, scoring points don't work.
So there you go then. Yeah, that offense is pretty much it. Now, the thing is, the defense. If the defense can at least be decent, like it's kind of what people were saying about the Bengals until the Dexter Lawrence trade kind of completely stole all of the talking points surrounding the Bengals defense. People were saying if the Bengals defense can just improve to a point where they're average or at least like only mildly below average, then that offense can take them anywhere. Same case with the Cowboys. I mean, Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. But I think who's their tight end?
Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, Jake. Well, no, Mike Gesicki might be better than Jake Ferguson.
No, Jake.
They got a better offensive line than us.
I would take Ferguson over Gesicki right now.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Not to mention we got a healthy Eric All, but that's all speculation. So we'll see what happens with that one. But I can see an argument about Jake Ferguson over Mike Gesicki, but I would personally take Mike Gesicki. But
I think Ferguson right now is younger, faster, and has good hands.
I'll give you younger and probably maybe faster. I'm guessing being younger makes him faster, but Gesicki is smarter and better hands. We sure? Gesicki's got pretty damn good hands.
Did he catch the ball one-handed last year?
I don't recall him having the opportunity.
Exactly, because Mike. Look, sure, yeah. If we were playing a nerd contest, I'm sure Gesicki would smoke Ferguson. But we're talking about football, so
a nerd contest.
You said he was smarter, and I'm like, okay,
that matters in football. Like, what do you mean?
If we were doing a nerd contest, then yeah, maybe Gesicki does win. But we're talking about football, so that don't really matter unless you're the quarterback. Where the quarterback is supposed to be the nerd of the offense. But
that's not true.
That is true.
Like players win all the time in the NFL by outsmarting the other guy. Now you also have to be bigger, faster, stronger, and all that stuff too. You have to be more practiced. But
so why was Albert Einstein not in the NFL then?
Well, first of all, the NFL didn't exist.
Well, why did he not create it if he was so smart?
Because he was in Germany at the time.
So why did he not create it from Germany?
Because he was busy inventing the theory of relativity.
Okay. Nah, man, you fool gold, but okay.
Okay, all right. Anyway, the Cowboys, yeah, the only real answer here is like that defense just has to be decent, and then their offense can probably carry them far enough. But they also have to like actually show up in important games too. That helps. But I don't know. We'll see. What about the Eagles? Why are the Eagles going to win the Super Bowl?
Man, you're saying the Philadelphia Cheesesteaks, man. They're going to win the Super Bowl because they got some championship experience and roster depth.
I think they're going to win the Super Bowl because they, like, you keep calling them the cheesesteaks, and they signed a guy who's named after food.
Huh?
Mekhi Lemon.
First of all, they didn't sign him. They drafted him.
But they did also sign him.
Okay, congratulations. You can
After
put your
they
complaint in the box. But second of all,
I'm just saying your criticism was invalid.
Second of all, lemons suck.
Lemons are delicious.
Lemonade is delicious, but lemons by themselves.
Lemons are absolutely phenomenal. I eat lemons whole.
What is wrong with you?
It's delicious.
I feel like I need to call somebody.
Better than like oranges and shit.
Oranges are way better than lemons.
Oranges are. If an orange is like ripe and like just like perfect, like a perfect orange is absolutely delicious, and probably better than a lemon. But like a lot of oranges are garbage.
Not the ones I eat all the time.
Well, you live in the South, so that you probably get access to better oranges most of the time.
Right, man. I do live in Louisiana, man. That is crazy.
I don't know if there's an orange tree within a night's drive from where I live.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like extremely landlocked.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles. Their offense also has the potential to be absolutely. I mean, they obviously that's been their biggest problem is like the offense led by Jalen Hurts just hasn't really been living up to how good their defense can be at times. But going out and getting Mekhi Lemon and AJ Brown, if that works out, I mean, like they could be hard to stop on offense for real. Now, Jalen Hurts has to read his reads better.
Corny. Boo. Get off the show.
What do you mean corny? I just said a dumb. I said it dumb, but it's because I started it dumb.
Corny.
Why is it corny?
Because I said so.
Okay. Do you even know what that means?
Yes.
Obviously not if you're using it that way.
Corny means that it's a joke that sounds weird, sounds cringy, keyword of the day, and also makes you want to throw up.
I mean, okay. I don't know if that's a perfect definition, but I mean, it's slang anyway, so.
Nothing's perfect anymore.
I don't know if anything ever was.
Exactly.
Okay.
But this pen.
Jalen Carter alone, I think, if he doesn't
this
thrown off the football field.
This man.
Yeah.
He's fit on that.
If Jalen Carter can not get himself thrown off the football field
on the first play of the season,
yeah, he by himself might just win the Super Bowl because he's that damn good.
Yeah,
he's better than all right. He's might be the best, at least the best young 3 tech in the league.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Washington Commanders. Why are they going to win the Super Bowl?
All right. Now the challenging part. Commanders win Super Bowl because Jaden Daniels becomes a superstar. Because he go into the time machine, he gets rookie year form back, and he become that same superstar. And then he uses that ability to win the Super Bowl. And also with his best friend Brandon Ayuk, if he ever gets off his damn phone. Okay.
All right. So here is the bona fide verified path for the Commanders to win the Super Bowl. This is exactly how it's going to happen step by step. Okay. One, the Washington Commanders are going to take an excavator and tear up their entire football field. Step two, they will then replace it with a new football field. As step three, Jaden Daniels goes nuclear and then doesn't get hurt in the process.
I mean, his rookie year, he don't get hurt. They went to the NFC Championship. Second year, he get hurt a lot. Commanders suck a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like I keep hearing people talk about Jaden Daniels like he's as washed as a guy in his third year can be, and I think that's kind of unfair because he was hurt a lot last year. But people are already talking about Jaden Daniels. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like if Jaden Daniels can get back to his, like the form that we saw in his rookie season, I mean, they got a ton of firepower on offense. They could really just get it done that way, honestly.
Right. Well, other than the receiving room. But that's why I said they could get Brandon Ayuk if he ever got off this thing. Okay.
Well, they still have Terry McLaurin.
Who's their second receiver?
Well, I understand that. Well, they have a second receiver. I just don't know his name.
Their second receiver is Noah Brown.
Oh yeah, he was the guy from the Texans, right? He was really good there.
I think he is good as a number 3.
Okay. I mean,
and also
so it may not be ideal, but it's not like they're trying to trot Trenton Irwin out there as their number 2.
Also, Terry McLaurin, when's the last time that guy had any consistent production as a number 1 receiver?
This year.
He was hurt this year.
This coming year.
Yes,
he's going to go off. That's how they're going to win.
What do you think? What do you think? You can see through time?
I exist outside of time.
No. You see, I went into the mind flare, and I went into the mind of Terry McLaurin, and he said that he retiring in 2 years.
Well, I exist in all time simultaneously, and
no, you don't, because if you did exist in time, you would have already made the Bengals win a Super Bowl. But did you?
No, I can't control time. I can just see all of it. I know exactly when the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just keeping that to myself so that people have a reason to watch me on YouTube.
So, what did I eat for dinner?
Well, I don't spy on everybody all the time.
So, what did Terry McLaurin eat for dinner?
I don't spy on people's dinner.
So when was the last time Terry McLaurin used the bathroom?
About a few minutes ago, actually.
Wrong.
You don't know that.
He went to the bathroom at 3:54 p.m.
That was the second to last time we went to the bathroom.
No.
The time before that was 8:52 p.m.
What?
Yeah.
The 8:52 p.m. It hasn't even happened yet.
Okay. You're in Central Time.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Eastern Time. Terry McLaurin is also in Eastern Time.
No, he's not. He's teleported to the South.
Oh, why would he do that? In the middle of July, why would you do that?
Because it's beautiful down here.
It's bad enough here. Like
I would rather live in coldness than live in heat.
Yeah, me too. I agree. That's why I don't want to live in the South.
Not during the summer.
Huh?
Maybe hotter than a mug over
I
here.
know, that's what I'm saying. I don't want that. That's why I don't want to live in the South.
Okay. Anyway, should we talk about the Giants or keep talking about this man's bathroom breaks?
You asked, okay? Don't act like I'm the weird one.
You're the one that was claiming to be a wizard.
Well, I'm claiming to be a wizard who spies on people's bathrooms breaks, apparently. So,
man, you think you a sorcerer? What? Can you beat somebody with their own leg. Okay, all right, Giants.
Well, I could actually, like you could too. You just cut their leg off.
Right. All you gotta do is this, and then next thing you know, you're taking control of their mouth.
Okay, so the New York Giants. Why are they going to win the Super Bowl? Is Jackson Dart going to lead them to the promised land, Mikey?
Well, first of all, I just want everybody to know this. What I'm about to say is not going to happen. But anyways, Giants going to win the Super Bowl because Jackson Dart takes a massive year 2 leap. That sounds extremely wrong to say, but you know what? I just did, so sue me for all I can. But yeah, Jackson Dart takes a massive year 2 leap, and the exciting white boys over there in New York gets the job done and somehow wins the Super Bowl, even though, that's today's positivity. Okay, so yeah, Jackson Dart year 2 leap, and the exciting white boys get it done.
So listen, the Giants did a ton, despite trading Dexter Lawrence away, by the way. The Giants did a ton of work on their defense this offseason. Arvell Reese, Tremaine Edmonds, Greg Newsome, DJ Reader, Isaiah Likely, who doesn't play defense actually, but he's another move they made, right? So I mean, Dart. I don't think Dart needs to take a second year leap. He just needs to the defense needs to be as advertised, right? And John Harbaugh is already a Super Bowl winning head coach. He already knows how to capture lightning in a bottle. So all the Giants need to do is suddenly become an elite defense. So that's all they need to do. And then Jackson Dart. I mean, it's tough to imagine that offense being that damn good this year in the first place. Right. So I don't know about Jackson Dart taking a year 2 leap. I think the most realistic scenario is the defensive moves they made and Harbaugh's experience give them
defense don't win championships no more.
That's not true.
It is true.
Tell that to the Rams.
Tell that to the Texans.
Okay, not every time you have a great defense you win the Super Bowl. Same for offense. Just because you have the best offense doesn't mean you're going to win the Super Bowl. Look at the Bengals.
I never said exactly, but look at the Broncos.
That's
a great defense.
That's a little different. So when you got
great defense, Super Bowl.
They didn't have the greatest defense in the league though. They had
a
very good defense. Well, okay, so the Seahawks won this past year with offense. That's not necessary. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen every damn year.
They had the best offense of all the teams with a pretty good defense, so they won Super Bowl.
Right. So I'm not saying you're going to have another 2000 Ravens or 1985 Bears or 2002 Buccaneers type situation where the offense is kind of sputtering most of the year, but the defense just drags them to. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I am saying if the defense can be as advertised, then I mean you've got a lot of young talent with the Giants on offense, and all they got to do is just be manageable.
Defense don't win championships no more.
Right, but we're talking about optimistic reasons why teams are going to win the Super Bowl. We're not being that realistic here.
And that's why I said offense got to score points.
Of course they are. Right, but I'm just saying they're going to.
Are they going to score a lot of them?
They're going to score enough to win football games.
So there you go. That's why they're going to win Super Bowl.
Okay. But I still feel like they need the bigger jump has to come from the Giants defense because that's more realistic of a jump for the Giants to make. I don't see their offense making that much of a jump. So their defense has basically got to become elite, and then the offense just has to be good enough to complement the defense.
Malik Neighbors' foot hurts.
Exactly. All right. How about the NFC North?
Okay.
Why are the Chicago Bears going to win the Super Bowl?
Because the devil's real.
I mean, the Steelers do have 6 Super Bowl rings, so I believe you.
And also Caleb Williams reaches his full potential.
Yeah, well, I just don't see that realistically happening.
Well, dude, we gotta talk about the Cardinals later in the show. I ain't trying to talk realistic.
Okay, so here's what I said. Caleb Williams' potential is like Patrick Mahomes in his peak, right? That's how good Caleb Williams can be. I don't see any realistic scenario where Caleb Williams actually achieves that because he's too erratic. He's Brett Favre, you know. But if he can beat Brett Favre, and Brett Favre did win a Super Bowl, and so I mean Caleb Williams can be that good. I just don't see Caleb Williams living up to his full potential because his full potential is something that Caleb Williams could be after many years of refining his craft. But right now, he's just too erratic.
Well, it's either that or the Seahawks Pope theory.
Seahawks.
You haven't heard the theory?
About the Pope and the Seahawks? I get the reference with the Bears, but what does that have to do with the Seahawks?
Because every time we got a new Pope, Seahawks won the Super Bowl. And every time Seahawks won the Super Bowl, you know who went to the Super Bowl the year after? Well, not every time, but in 2006 or 5 or when the Seahawks went to their first Super Bowl against the Steelers, and the team that was in the Super Bowl next year, the Bears. So yeah, Super Bowl Pope theory. So it was either Caleb Williams or the Pope.
So you're right. I did forget that the Seahawks beat the Packers in Super Bowl 1.
What?
So you said every time a Pope gets elected.
I did not say that. I said the last 2 times we got the new Pope.
No, that's not what you said. That might be what the theory is, but that's not what you said. Earlier, what you said was that every time we get a new Pope, the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. But
that's not okay. Well,
we got a new Pope in 1967, and the Seahawks did not win the Super Bowl.
Okay,
I don't even think the Seahawks existed in 1967.
Exactly, I understand.
The Super Bowl existed.
Lord, forgive him, for he know not what he do. Anyways, dude, the Seahawks. Okay, so what I meant to say, because you know Kyle's slow, so we gotta be elaborate for him.
No, Mikey just doesn't know how to say things correctly.
And your hat is ugly. All right. Anyways, the last 2 times, and the last 2 times we got new Pope. Seahawks win Super Bowl, and two Popes ago, Seahawks went to Super Bowl, lost the Steelers. However, we got Pope, and then we got Bears.
Did we get a
next year
new Pope in 2006?
2005, I think. I'm just saying what I was told. Don't shoot the messenger.
I don't know. I don't feel like looking it up right now. Okay. Well, so the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl because, like, honestly, as erratic as Caleb Williams was last year, the Bears got pretty fucking far doing that.
I don't believe you.
Well, they did.
They didn't. You're right.
Okay. So I think Ben Johnson is probably the most promising young coach in the NFL right now, like hands down.
Yeah,
he could already be one of the best coaches in the NFL, and that alone makes up for a lot of sins. And let me tell you, the Bears have a lot of sins, despite the Pope being from Chicago.
You're right. Like hiring Dennis Allen, that's a very hard sin.
Yeah, well, I mean. The one thing you got to say about Dennis Allen is if his team makes it easy for him, he can get the job done. So
And I'm
that's
supposed
something
to
that could very much.
congratulate.
No, I
I'm
didn't say
supposed
you
to
were supposed to
congratulate
congratulate him.
Allen today?
No, I didn't say you were supposed to congratulate him. I was talking about the potential path for the Bears to win the Super Bowl. It basically requires Caleb Williams tossing Dennis Allen a layup, and then Dennis Allen actually sinking the layup.
Dennis Allen, that dude don't even know what a metaphor is. And before you say I'm lying, no, that's a true video. I just watched it this weekend.
Okay.
Dude don't even know what a metaphor is, and yet he's supposed to be this NFL head coach that's supposed to lead the Saints to the Super Bowl, but yeah, he got fired in his third season. I'm sorry, I filled with so much trauma. Go ahead.
So I guess my question is, what on earth does having knowledge in English literature have anything to do with being a head coach?
Because if you're trying to be a head coach,
Donovan McNabb's one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation, but he had no idea that he didn't even know you could tie.
Joe Namath was drunk, and second of all, Dennis Allen, or the responsibility of being an NFL head coach, you got to be the smartest dude in the room. And if you don't even know what a dang metaphor is, that's an issue. I'm not saying everybody in the world has to know what a metaphor is, but if you're supposed to be the smartest dude there, you better know what a damn metaphor is. Before I use a metaphor.
Don't think an NFL head coach needs to be the smartest guy in the room. I think he needs to be the football smartest guy in the room.
They need to be smart, but no, because Dennis Allen, he just a dumb little jit, and I don't like that he's a dumb little jit. Well, now I like he's a dumb little jit. He's not my problem no more. But you know, yeah.
Okay. So the Lions. Why the Lions going to win the Super Bowl?
Man, the Lions, huh? Because they have one of the league's most complete rosters, according to your boy Truly.
Don't they have one of the league's most complete rosters every year? Allegedly.
I said one. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Like that's what I hear every year, that they got one of the most complete rosters, and then like they don't do much.
Well, you asked for a reason. I gave you a solid enough reason.
I guess it just hasn't worked out up to this point.
Well, guess what? 15 of these teams that we're talking about right now are like most of them going to miss the playoffs, and we're saying Super Bowl. So hey, most of these ain't going to work out. So we might as well throw the Lions in there.
Yeah, Lions are a tough one because like I don't think the Lions did much of anything to get better.
In fact, it probably got worse, to be honest with you.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. But like they lost a lot of pieces. I don't really feel like they replaced it with much.
Now they need a new cornerback because they ain't got
more. I figured it out. This is why Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. Okay. So what's going to happen is the Lions are going to hop in their Isaac Tesla and they're going to run over all the other NFL players, and then there will be no other NFL players left, and then the Lions will win the Super Bowl.
Can they at least run them over with a golf cart instead?
No, they're running them over with an Isaac Tesla.
I like my golf cart theory better.
Okay. Dan Campbell is legitimately like a really good head coach, but like he's starting to experience kind of roster attrition, so I'm a little worried for him. But I mean, if he can be creative and make it work with this team, then I mean, sky's the limit, really. They still got Amon-Ra St. Brown, so I mean, like they're gonna score points.
Amon-Ra St. Brown's face looks like it was photoshopped.
That's an interesting thing to say. Ever?
It does.
Okay. You gonna elaborate on that, or just leave it there?
You look him up on Google whenever you get the chance, man.
I've seen Amon-Ra St. Brown before.
And his face looks photoshopped. Does it not?
I don't know about that. No, not really.
Yes, he does. His face looked like it was glued on or stitched on or just photoshopped to his head.
I don't think so, but okay.
I think so.
Why are the Green Bay Packers going to win the Super Bowl?
Because Jordan Love plays like a top 5 quarterback.
I mean, that would definitely help. Also, like Micah Parsons comes back and is just the same player even after the torn ACL. Like, and he's also like ready to go right the hell away.
Right.
Green Bay, with all the insane amount of talent they have on their roster right now, just actually works this year, even though it didn't work last year. But this year does work. That's why the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. Because I mean, like, honestly, if Parsons is really like for 17 games, if Parsons is the Parsons that they traded for, and Jordan Love is just like hitting his stride constantly, then like it's going to be pretty hard to beat the Packers at that point. And then, obviously, go look at the other episode if you want a more realistic take on what's probably going to happen with the Packers this year. But the upside of the Packers is extremely high. Like it doesn't take a lot of leaps to imagine the Packers figuring it out somehow. All right. The Vikings. Why are the Vikings going to win the Super Bowl?
Man, lying is a crazy thing that I'm about to do. Vikings win Super Bowl. Let me if I can find them. Okay, because their offensive weapons are elite.
Yeah, I guess the weapons are indeed elite. So listen, for whatever reason, everybody is on planet Earth has been fascinated by Kyler Murray, basically his entire football life. Why, I'm not sure, but they have been.
Hey, he was good at football about 3 years ago.
He has the ability to be good at football. He just doesn't do it a whole lot.
That sounds like a good problem.
But he does have that potential in him. So, in theory, if Kyler Murray just absolutely decides that he's going to play football well for once and actually be the guy that, Cliff Kingsbury staked his entire reputation on at one time, then, Murray playing at that level with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, those three alone probably, Kyler Murray playing at his top potential, those three alone could probably win the Super Bowl by themselves.
Right.
Or things don't work out with Kyler Murray very quickly, and somehow the lesson sunk in for JJ McCarthy, and he actually spent all off.
Don't even say it. Why would you even bring that up?
I'm just saying that's the other side of the things. Like maybe it doesn't work with Kyler, but if it doesn't work with Kyler, it has to fail so quickly that JJ McCarthy actually has time to come in and fix the season.
If Kyler Murray fails and he's supposed to be mentoring JJ, what is that going to do for JJ?
Give him another opportunity to get on the football field.
To throw another pick six. I agree.
Well, he could do that too. I'm just saying in this scenario, he doesn't do that.
Man, JJ McCarthy sucks.
He definitely has his share of struggles, that's for sure. But in this scenario, he doesn't do that.
Oh no, he's gonna do that in every scenario.
Okay. Kyler is fascinating for the same reason any Smurf in the NFL would be. Yeah, that's true. A Smurf might potentially be actually very good at playing football, because you know why? You can't really tackle a Smurf; they're too small.
Then why do all the Smurfs always not be good at football?
Well, there aren't any of those, so that's the main reason why.
Exactly, no Smurf in the football.
No Smurf has ever been tackled by an NFL player once.
No Smurf has ever ran for a single yard in the NFL once.
No Smurf has ever been responsible for a team losing a game in the NFL.
No Smurf has ever been responsible for a team getting a Super Bowl win, ever.
No Smurf has ever kicked the ball wide right.
No Smurf has ever kicked the ball into the uprights.
No Smurf has ever been bad at football, ever.
No Smurf has ever been good at football.
Shut up.
No. One thing about me, I don't know when to quit, brother.
That's not something to brag about. All right. So that leaves us with the NFC South and NFC West. So let's go ahead and do the West.
All right.
Why are the Los Angeles Rams going to win the Super Bowl? You got to tell us the reason, Mikey.
Hold on. Let me. It's okay, Mikey. This is just fantasy. It's okay. All right. They may have the most talented roster in football after a huge offseason. Or the referees will glaze them again.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and I'm going to add on to what you said. The Rams do have the most talented roster in the NFL after a big offseason. Just decidedly. Well, definitely the most proven talented roster for sure.
That's why I said May.
I mean, dude, Myles Garrett alone for a team that was like real close to getting it done last year. You got the reigning MVP, and now you've got Myles fucking Garrett.
I mean, yeah, they did make the Super Bowl last year, man. And now they got Myles Garrett. It's gonna be tough.
Now, there's also the possibility, I don't think it's realistic at this point, but there's the possibility that Aaron Donald actually does come back.
You shut your mouth.
And if that happens, then he's probably. Well, I was gonna say if that happens, he's probably only gonna get in like 100 or so snaps all season because he's probably not in football shape.
Oh no, he's still in football shape.
Well, he's in shape, but is he in football? Being in shape as a human being and being in NFL football shape are two different things.
Did you not see his workout videos a couple of days ago?
So maybe he's coming back.
No, I'm not watching football. Just canceled the season already.
It's okay. We'll beat them this time. Don't worry. Got you back.
How are y'all going to beat them when you're not even going to be in the game?
I will be there.
What? Why? You buying tickets?
No, we're going to win the AFC Championship.
You're not even going to win in the wild card round, and you're talking about AFC Championship?
No, yeah, right, because we're going to have a bye.
You're going to be the 7th seed after going 9-8. What are you talking about?
No, we're going to be the 1 seed after going 13-4.
No, you're going to be the 7th seed after going 9-8 because that's what my predictions say.
Wrong. Well, your predictions are wrong.
Was I wrong last year when I predicted the Lions to go 9-8 and miss the playoffs? Was I wrong there too?
You were right about that one team. Okay, cool. Good job on that one thing. How many teams did you get their record wrong? All the other ones.
I don't remember.
I'm sure. I don't know that for sure, but I'm almost positive you probably got every other one wrong. Whether you got the general idea right, you almost certainly got the actual records wrong. I probably did too.
So you are going to be wrong when you say Bengals 13-4 because they're going to go 9-8.
Well, they're not going to go 9-8. They're going to go.
That's not what I say.
Look, I'm just saying. I looked at the schedule, and I immediately when you look at the schedule.
I did do that.
As a fan of your favorite team, you automatically know how many games they're going to win before the season starts. It's just it's a fact of the matter.
Exactly. That's why we go 10-7. You go 9-8.
I can see a world where the Saints go 9-7, 10-7. I did not have them at 10-7, but I can see a world. But we are not going to go 9-8. We're going to go 13-4.
10-7, 9-8, 17-0, 6-11.
Wrong.
Those are the only two alternatives.
Okay, so yeah, the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, the other reason they're going to win the Super Bowl is because they probably are going to win the Super Bowl.
No.
So, let's just get that one out of the way. We can talk about the specifics and every single little detail and stuff. But at the end of the day, let's just say that that's just the most likely scenario is that they win the Super Bowl.
I ain't gotta believe it.
All right, the 49ers, why are they going to win the Super Bowl?
San Francisco 49ers, huh? Kyle Shanahan's system keeps them in contention every year, so he gonna do it again, but they're gonna finish the job this time.
So the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl this year because they are magically going to have all of their bones turn into steel. And so nobody will get hurt this year.
But they have Mike Evans on their team.
His bones are going to turn to steel too.
But he's the plague. He's kind of like the hive mind.
Okay, so because of Mike Evans and his proficiency of getting injured, it's actually going to work in reverse. So like there's going to be so much injury proneness on the 49ers that it actually overshoots how much you can possibly be injury prone on one team, and it's going to circle back around to 0.
Mike Evans is a big baby.
Okay. How much of a baby are you going to feel like he is when he's holding up the Super Bowl trophy, though?
Nah, he's big baby. Because Marshawn Lattimore, he was locking him down, but Mike Evans like, you know what? I'm not going to beat this dude at football. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push him in the back and act like his mama.
The other reason that the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl is because they're going to finally realize by week 3 that Brock Purdy is not the guy. And then they're going to immediately trade for Josh Allen.
No. First of all, no. And second of all, no. And third of all, no. And fourth of all, no.
Yeah.
You know why? The 49ers got over 200 million reasons to not do that.
What? The 49ers have 200 million reasons to not trade for Josh Allen?
How much? No, to trade away Brock Purdy, because how big was that contract?
I'm sure if they traded for Josh Allen, they'd probably be swapping the contracts. Josh Allen also has a pretty huge fucking contract.
So why do the deal?
Because Josh Allen's better.
Okay, if he's better, then why would the Bills do that trade?
They sent him a first-round pick or something.
We trade away our generational, once-in-a-lifetime type of quarterback for potential.
Well, because Josh Allen gets angry at the Bills.
And Brock Purdy looks like a teenager.
Okay.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I just want to, punch Brock Purdy in his stupid little face.
You're the one who's always defending him on this show.
We look and we don't judge.
That's the opposite of what you're doing. You are judging, and you're judging him positively.
Exactly. We judge positively. Look, even I can admit Josh Allen is a way better quarterback than Brock Purdy.
Right. That's why they're going to get better when they trade for him.
Why would the Bills do that trade?
Well, because Josh Allen is angry at the Bills have terrible ownership, right? So they're going to piss Josh Allen off, and he's going to demand a trade. And the Bills are going to be like, "Wow, we could Brock Purdy and a first-round pick. That's like the best case scenario here."
Dude, I'll tell you this right now. If Josh Allen ever gets traded for Brock Purdy, the first-round pick, the world will end. Because that means that Jesus did come back soon. Because there's no way nobody tells the Bills to pull the trigger. Unless Josh Allen turns into a serial killer and starts killing people for fun. That is the only way he is ever on the block.
Well, maybe he did that in this scenario.
Well, he's not going to because he's a good little boy.
You don't know that. You don't even know Josh Allen.
Neither do you.
He could already be a serial killer for all you know.
Well, I hope he is.
That's a weird thing to say.
That's why I said it.
Okay. Why are the Seattle Seahawks going to win the Super Bowl again?
Okay, because the defending champions still have an elite defense. Amen.
The real reason is because Kenneth Walker was actually a cancer. And now they've cut the cancer, they're going to become a dynasty.
Wow. I just realized what you did. Now, that's messed up. That is messed up. Man, you're just saying that because he's bald.
Hold on. What?
You're saying that because he's bald and cancer, and people with cancer go bald. Man, that messed up. That's crazy.
Okay. So anyway, the reason that the Seahawks win the Super Bowl again, basically, I mean, obviously, we've already seen the blueprints. What happened last year? So if Sam Darnold is finally fixed as a quarterback, then I mean, there's no reason to think they can't do it again.
Debatable.
Well, I mean, obviously there are reasons to think that they wouldn't, and we went over those in the last NFC episode, to be fair. But it turns out Clint Kubiak's actually just super overrated.
True that.
And Kenneth Walker was a cancer, and Reek Woolen actually they called him Reeked because he actually smelled bad.
Man, Reek Woolen, that dude might be a literal cancer.
And he also smelled bad, which is why they're gonna feel better.
I smell bad, and I'm still here.
But you're not on an NFL team, are you?
No, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, man. We won 4 straight Super Bowls.
Don't you not like Robert Saleh?
What that got to do with anything?
He's the head coach of the Titans.
No, I'm the head coach.
No, you're not.
Tell that to my Madden team.
Why did you take over the Titans?
Because the NFL wheel has spoken.
Okay. Did you just pick a team at random?
No, the NFL wheel has spoken.
The curse wheel?
No, there's an NFL wheel online. Spin. It gave me Titans. But the NFL wheel has spoken.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Well, it's a pretty good thing. So, yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Now, I mean, okay.
Ashley, how you doing, man? All right. Now,
So, next team. I know that this one's obvious. You know, I know we all assume this next team's going to win.
I already know where this is going. All right, let me pull them up while you keep yapping.
I know we all assume that they're going to win the Super Bowl anyway, but just for posterity, we at least have to talk about the Cardinals, okay? Just to be fair to all the other teams, we at least have to have a discussion about the Cardinals. I mean, Jacoby Brissett could not be the next elite great quarterback in the NFL. It could not happen.
You want to know why they're going to win Super Bowl?
I would love to know, yes.
Because God's real.
I don't understand the logic of that one.
Because they're going to need a miracle, man. Woo-wee.
Well, maybe
Either
they
that,
need a miracle. Oh,
either that and the miracle. You know what the miracle going to be? Jacoby Brissett plays at a Pro Bowl form.
Kyler Murray was actually the entire problem in Arizona. That's why they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, he is short, and I don't like short people.
And Jeremiah Love could be the next Saquon Barkley, but faster.
Who's Saquon Barkley?
He's this other running back who was really good and won the Super Bowl one time.
I believe you, but okay, continue on with your make-believe Saquon.
And dragged the fucking Giants to the playoffs.
Now I know you're telling lies. All right,
now that happened. I believe it or not, like, you know,
how you doing?
Got off work early just to see this live. There, that's great. I'm glad you got off early to see this live when you didn't know, and we probably didn't even know until like a couple hours ago when we were doing this. It's a good job. I mean, I guess I did post it a few hours ago, to be fair, but anyway, Who Dey, let's go. It's not this episode, but how are we guys? Well, we're talking about why right now we're talking about why the Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl. So I'm probably not that great, honestly.
The devil is a lie.
Mike LaFleur could be the better LaFleur. That could happen.
Don't sound right.
Carson Beck could be the next Russell Wilson.
I know you did not just say that name out loud.
Well, who else was I going to say?
Anybody else. I think it is more likely that Russell Wilson comes out of retirement and signs with the Cardinals himself and does good this year. I think that's more likely than Carson Beck doing anything.
So they've got a really good tight end. Trey McBride, he's a really good player.
He is.
Yeah, and like if they put on a Super Bowl, and the premise of the Super Bowl is if you win the Super Bowl if you have a really good tight end, and also you are the Arizona Cardinals, then they'll win.
Good for them.
Yeah. Did get off work early. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got off early, Majestic. There you go.
Yay.
So the Cardinals win the Super Bowl in 2026 because Leicester City won the Premier League like last year.
What does that got to do with anything that we're talking about?
Okay, so I know you don't really pay attention to soccer, Mikey, but Leicester City winning the Premier League was about as likely as the Cardinals winning the Super Bowl. So it's cool. I've seen something crazy happen like that before, so why not? Let's see.
Let's do see.
Yeah.
Where do you think you've gone?
Turns out, so like basically what's gonna happen is Carson Beck. He's actually just Carson Palmer in disguise, but before any of his injuries.
Carson Beck looks like a squirrel.
It could look like Carson Palmer.
Carson
he
Palmer
doesn't. What?
Carson Palmer also looks like a squirrel?
He doesn't, no. I think we can all be fair and skip the Cardinals. Well, we just went through the Cardinals. I think we're done now, though.
Okay, NFC South time.
Yeah, I guess it is time for the NFC South. So, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, why are they going to win the Super Bowl?
If I can find them. Here we go. Because their playoff experience pays off.
You gonna elaborate?
They had guys on their current roster that has played in this thing that we like to call playoff games.
So most teams.
What?
So do most teams.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
Baker Mayfield's overrated. What? I didn't say nothing.
Baker Mayfield is in a contract year, though, so that might motivate him to not hurt his shoulder this time and play through it because he's in a contract year.
Debatable.
And then, I mean, like, Emeka Egbuka is really good.
Emeka,
you know, the guy from the funny clip.
Emeka Egbuka?
No, Emeka Egbuka.
Who the heck is that? Now you're just saying letters.
Have you not seen the Rob Gronkowski clip?
I've seen
that
clips.
That Brandon Perna plays over and over and over on his show constantly.
I don't even watch Brandon Perna anymore like that. I mean, I do, but
you
not
watch GPS?
Constantly. Not constantly like I used to.
He's been doing that for like a year, though.
I haven't been watching. I haven't been keeping up to date.
Okay, well, so Rob Gronkowski called him Mimika Igbigbu on the show, and Brandon Perna clipped that out and just plays it on loop constantly.
Okay.
Josh Allen. So Baker Mayfield's not overrated, but Josh Allen is. That's an interesting take. So Josh, okay. So I can kind of get on board with that, Majestic, because Josh Allen is probably kind of overrated because people think that he's like Superman, and he's more like Superman but can't win in the playoffs.
Just like half the damn quarterbacks in the league.
Kind of. Well, no, because like I mean, most quarterbacks don't have the talent Josh Allen has. So like Josh Allen should be more successful than he is, and he's not. So you can make the argument that Josh Allen's a little overrated. You could. I don't know if it's accurate, but you could make the argument. Baker Mayfield.
He is overrated.
You could almost make the argument that he's underrated because like nobody really talks about him much.
Because he's overrated.
How is he overrated if nobody's rating him?
Because last year he was number one in MVP odds at one point.
He was playing really well at the time.
Well, did he finish the season playing really well?
Did he stay number one in MVP odds at that point?
No.
Exactly, that's my point.
You don't have a point. Your pencil is broken.
Okay. Josh Allen has the second highest turnover rate among active quarterbacks. By my bad for getting y'all off topic. I wouldn't say it's entirely off topic. We were talking about we brought up Josh Allen earlier, and we were just talking about Baker Mayfield, so not entirely off topic. But anyway, to change the topic, let's talk about why the Carolina Panthers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Man, I was having a debate with Panther fans yesterday, and then they kicked me off their show because they're a bunch of pussies. But overall, let's see, Panthers.
Well, just take the arguments that they were saying.
That they were saying? Well, they were saying Bryce Young is going to win the MVP, and I'm not saying that. No, I will say Bryce Young takes the next step, and he could maybe win MVP in the UFL or the CFL, but in the NFL, no, not baby boy Bryce.
Okay, well, we're talking about why the Panthers are going to win the Super Bowl, so you're going to have to project a little bit here.
Okay, and that's what I said. I said Bryce Young going to take the next step, but he ain't taking no MVP step.
So that's going to be enough for them to win the Super Bowl?
I mean, what else do you want me to say? That Jalen Phillips plays good? I mean, give me a break.
I mean, that's a very realistic possibility.
Overrated.
Well, okay, so Jalen Phillips is probably a little overrated right now, but that's partially because he has.
Did you see his contract?
I did not know. If he's got a huge contract, then he's probably pretty overrated. But the reason
$120 million for 5.5 sacks.
The reason he's so overrated is because he has an insane amount of talent. Also, Ted McMillan is the only good player on offense. Well, not if Bryce Young takes the step.
And Bryce can he even reach the steps?
I mean, if Russell Wilson could reach him, I don't see why Bryce Young couldn't. Or Drew Brees.
Well, Drew Brees was smart. He knew how to jump onto the steps. I don't think Bryce is.
He was also short, though.
Yeah, well, he's also the greatest quarterback of all time. So
he's not the greatest quarterback.
He is, though. Anyways, so yeah, keep talking about Panthers winning Super Bowl. That won't happen, but okay.
Well, yeah, it probably won't happen. But in this episode, it's going to happen. And so one reason that the Panthers have a improved shot to win the Super Bowl is because they are better than the Cardinals.
Oh, wow. No shit.
Yeah, so we were just talking about why the Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, like, the Panthers probably got a better shot than that.
Right.
The Panthers defending NFC champions, first of all. Put some respect on their name.
What?
NFC South champions, sorry.
Oh, I'm so scared of the team that just do we forget what their record was last season?
What was your record last year, Mikey?
It was bad. Real bad. But I'm not here pounding my chest saying, "Oh yeah, we're for sure going to the Super Bowl." Like guarantee it, like what these Panther fans are
you
doing.
definitely have been pounding your chest over that little mini win streak you guys had.
Well, that's because we were winning freaking games. So of course I would. Win after win after win after win. Who wouldn't do it?
Look, here's the deal. Dave Canales is secretly actually the best coach in the NFL.
I do like some Dave Canales, but okay.
Bryce Young could be Kurt Warner.
I didn't know he worked at a freaking grocery store.
He might have.
Can he even reach the grocery store?
Can he reach the grocery store that's on the ground level?
But like, if he puts stuff on, like, how is he supposed to reach the top shelf?
Sure, people work at grocery stores all the damn time. I'm guessing they get a ladder.
But
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I'm the same height as you are.
What if he falls off the ladder?
What if Drew Brees fell off the ladder?
Well, Drew Brees wouldn't do that because he's the greatest quarterback of all time, and those people don't do that type of stuff. Anyways,
well, he's not the greatest quarterback of all time. So
you know, lying's a sin, right?
The greatest quarterback of all time played for the Buccaneers.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Talking about Tom Brady.
I think he's number 2. Anyways,
I think he's number 1. So, and Drew Brees is not number 2 for that matter.
Nah, but okay. You're right. He's not number 2. But anyways, all right. Next guy or next team.
Yeah, I think that's all I really had to say about the Panthers. There's not a lot that makes me think the Panthers going to win the Super Bowl, but there's not a lot that makes me think any team in this division is going to win the Super Bowl.
Panther fans are pussies.
That's a perspective.
Man, you talk trash to them, and then they kick you off the show.
The New Orleans Saints. Why are they going to win the Super Bowl?
No.
No, we're in the New Orleans Saints are going to be the next team we do.
I want to do Atlanta.
Why don't you want to do Atlanta last, Mikey? You scared?
Because best for ass.
You scared?
Why would I be scared?
Do Atlanta last? To leave the show with the taste of Atlanta winning the Super Bowl?
Fine. You want to know why Saints win the Super Bowl? So damn bad. Because we got the easiest projected schedule that helps
that means
build
nothing.
Would you let me freaking finish?
Go ahead, but I'm just saying there's a lot of reasons. I've got some good reasons. I don't know.
I was getting to that.
Schedule is one of them.
Let me cross roads first. The Saints have the easiest projected schedule and now while they're beating all these teams, that will help them build momentum and confidence to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, so what I was trying to say was that I think the Saints I think there's some good reasons. I don't think the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl. I think there's a better path for the Saints than there are for probably like half the teams in the NFC, though. And because of that, you don't need to come up with some ridiculous scenario like we have an easy schedule. Like I don't like, if Tyler Shuck is actually like continues playing as well as he did during that one stretch last year. Kellen Moore appears to be a good head coach.
Can't forget about Kellen.
They bolstered the offense, so the Saints could legitimately, without really projecting all that much, the Saints could legitimately have a dangerous offense this year. I don't know if it's going to be like massively like Bengals and Cowboys level of offense,
but we don't need that type of offense to win these games, though, because we got a pretty good defense too. So we don't need to score 50 points a game to win.
That's right, exactly. So yeah, I don't think the Saints really have the firepower on either side of the ball. I don't think the Saints are going to have the firepower on either side of the ball to actually put together a Super Bowl run, but they have potentially the talent to do it. And if Kellen Moore can get them firing basically on all cylinders at the right time, then I mean,
hold on. Majestic has a question. He said, "Who did y'all even draft, Mikey? Have you ever heard of this man called Jordan Tyson?"
that's not a guy that is a household name.
Oh, but he gonna be. He gonna be.
I don't know if he's gonna be.
He gonna be.
I mean, he might New Orleans. I don't know if he's gonna be wherever Majestic lives.
What?
I don't know if he's gonna be wherever Majestic lives.
But he gonna be.
I don't know if I agree with that.
He gonna be. Yeah, he might. Okay, was Jamar Chase a household name when he was drafted? No, because they didn't know if he was gonna be good in NFL or not. But he gonna be.
I think Jamar Chase was closer to being a household name than Jordan Tyson is. Partially because Jamar Chase won the national championship.
Yeah, congratulations.
Jordan Tyson didn't even come close to winning the national championship.
Because he played at Arizona State.
I agree. That's why I'm saying he's not a household name, because nobody knows who the fuck he is outside of New Orleans right now.
Well, let me ask you a question. Was Stephon
Diggs and hardcore football fans?
Was Tyreek Hill a household name when he was drafted in the 5th round?
He was not.
Was Stephon Diggs a household name?
I'm not saying Jordan Tyson won't be good. I'm just saying he's like acting like he's a household name is kind of strange.
Man, I'm just saying, I don't think the best receiver in this draft cannot be a household name.
That's quite easy. I'm just saying, like you being like, you know, like, have you heard of this man named Jordan Tyson? Like, I barely knew about Jordan Tyson going into the draft, and I scout team.
Not because you couldn't do your dang scouting.
I did my scouting.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do a lot of scouting on the wide receivers, to be fair.
Okay, exactly.
But that's my point, though. How much scouting did Majestic do? I'm sure he did some, but he didn't, like, you know, look at every single player.
Live by Majestic. I didn't spy on him saying who he was scouting.
He was the guy you were responding to
the whole time.
He's the guy you were responding to.
Exactly, and he asked me a question, and I answered his question.
Why are the Falcons going to win the Super Bowl, Mikey?
Okay. The Atlanta Falcons will win the Super Bowl because their young offensive stars break out.
Is that all you got?
That's all they're going to get.
So the Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl.
Hold on, say it right.
I'm sorry, the Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl.
Exactly, Majestic. You see, you're proving my point. Anyways, go on.
Dak's a quarterback, first of all.
Was he a household name? Yes or no?
He wasn't. No. I don't understand what this has to do with Jordan Tyson. Like, I'm saying that most college players aren't household names coming out of college. So unless your team drafted the guy, it's not surprising that Majestic. If we don't even know, you just assumed, you just said, have you heard of this guy? We don't even know if Majestic's heard of him or not. I'm just saying, I think it'd be reasonable that maybe he hasn't heard of him.
My point is that if we just go out and say, okay, 95% of the world don't know about you, okay, you're automatically not going to be a great player.
That's not what I said. I said it's reasonable he might not know who he is.
And whose fault is that?
Nobody's, I don't think. That's not the point. I'm talking about what you said. I'm talking about what you said with your words in your mouth.
First of all, the only one that can talk about my mouth is me. Second of all, if you go up and say that you don't know who will play, what?
It would help if you said the correct things.
If you're really not a household name unless you consider a top 5 to 10 pick in the draft, then why was he a top 10 pick in the draft, man?
He wasn't. I don't know if he was considered. If he was expected to be.
Then why was he a top 10 pick in the draft?
Even then, I don't. But that's I actually don't even entirely agree with that definition, because I don't know if I could name all 10 draft picks from every draft class going back. I don't even know if I could, off the top of my head, name all 10 first round picks from this draft. I could probably name all the players.
For example, Johnny Manziel is a household name, and look how he turned out.
He was drafted like number 20 something.
I'm just
Okay. Once again, Johnny Manziel was a household name. Johnny Manziel was not good at football in the NFL. Those two things have nothing to do with each other in this context, because we were not talking about whether Jordan Tyson would be good. We were talking about whether you saying, have you heard of this man, Jordan Tyson? He may not have. So the way you said was expecting him to have already heard of Jordan Tyson. Like, he played at Arizona State.
Dude, that proves my point. If you go to a college like Arizona State, and you still manage to be a top 10 pick, that says a lot.
Okay,
because
I
getting no eyes on them.
I completely agree with you. If you're talking to an NFL scout or you're talking to somebody who is in the media in the NFL, then it would be reasonable to be like, have you heard of this man, Jordan Tyson? If you're talking to a guy who's in our chat who like follows football as a fan, I think it's reasonable he may not have heard of him.
First of all, it was a rhetorical question that I even asked Majestic. And
yes, but it was such an incredulous tone to your voice, is all I'm saying.
That's because Jordan Tyson going to have 1,300 yards receiving this year.
It's not going to have 1,300 yards receiving.
All right. We'll see who's right at the end of the year.
Okay. Falcons going to win the Super Bowl because Kevin Stefanski is the GOAT.
Okay.
And Michael Penix is going to just drop his giant Penix all over everybody, and then they're going to sweep the Saints and win the NFC South.
Kyle, I've been told to go die before, and that was still somehow the meanest thing someone's ever said to me.
I didn't say it to you. I said it to the audience.
Still,
I said it near you.
That's still incredibly mean. And I've been told to go die
and
before.
Additionally to Michael Penix flopping his big giant Penix all over everybody, Tua is also going to be great in addition to Michael Penix. So they're both going to be throwing touchdowns next to each other on the field.
Tua turn the ball over.
But not this year. It's going to be Tua throw the touchdown a lot.
No. It's going to be Tua get the concussion all over his head because his head hurt all over his head. His head hurt all over his head.
You're treading a fine line here with like celebrating people's injuries.
Hey, he'll be fine. He got a doctor.
I said a fine line. I didn't say you're quite over the line yet, but I'm saying you're getting close.
Can Bryce Young even reach?
He's at 1,300. God, come on.
Dude, okay, first of all, I was joking when I said that. Can y'all read sarcasm? Goddamn.
It's not the point.
So what is the point? Why don't you enlighten me?
The point is he's not a household name yet. And maybe he will be. Maybe he's going to be great. But he's not that yet.
Majestic.
You can't be a household name playing at Arizona State. You just can't.
Whose fault is that? Majestic? Hold on. First of all,
his
Majestic,
for going to Arizona State.
Majestic, you are like the only person that I've ever seen hype up a guy in the pre. Well, you're not the only person, but like, dude, I'm gonna see how good Jordan Tyson is in week 3 of the preseason. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if he's gonna play week 3 in the preseason because you know why? Because that's the last week, and we usually don't play our starters in that game. So
yeah, week 2, I think you're thinking week 2, Majestic. It used to be week 3, but there's only 3 games in the preseason now.
No, we play the Cowboys week 3 in the preseason.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Yeah, he's probably not gonna play. Well, he actually still might play. Like, I mean, he's a rookie.
Yeah, but we don't play our stuff. We've had a bunch of rookies that were going to be day one stars that did not play in the 3rd week of the preseason. So I doubt what he does. That
is he guaranteed to be a day one starter?
What?
Is he guaranteed to be a day one starter, or does he need to earn his spot? No, I'm not saying whether he's going to be or not. I'm saying, is that the mentality that the Saints want? Is they want somebody just like expecting to be the starter, or do they want somebody to have to earn it?
When we draft a guy in the 1st round, you are starting. Unless it's a situation where you drafted a quarterback so he can sit behind somebody and learn. Other than that, you were a top 10 pick. You gonna be starting.
This isn't. So, are you saying that because that's what the Saints historically do, or is that your philosophy?
That's what the Saints all last year. You drafted Kelvin Banks in the first round. He started. The year before that, drafted Felice Waga. He started. The year before that. The year before that. I'm trying to remember.
Didn't really have a choice with Kelvin Banks, and other than that, like last year was Kellen Moore's first year. So like just because you guys have done that in the past doesn't mean like you guys had Sean Payton forever, and then you had Dennis Allen, who was like an extension of the Sean Payton philosophy. So like I wouldn't necessarily say what you've done in the past is what you're going to continue to do.
I understand that, but however, if we look at the receiving room, Devon Vele.
Tell that to Shamar Stewart, Majestic.
Okay, look, Shamar Stewart, he was on his own cans of beans. I can't debate what he was doing over there. But look, Devon Vele, Tyson is easily gonna it's not even a wide receiver competition. Like, hold on. One, not listening to an Aints fan whose team won't do shit in 2026 or next year, and a Bengals fan, but then why are you watching then?
Also, you're super late, Jim. We already talked about the Vikings earlier, and now we're basically done now. Like we're just wrapping up.
Why you enter the chat? Oh, I'm not gonna listen to these guys. What you're gonna put on? What you're gonna put us on mute again? You freaking pussy! Come on.
Which is always kind of. I don't want to get too off topic here, but like it seems like why does he put us on mute? Like why even show up?
Ask him.
But like I will say that's something he regularly does like during games. So that'd be really weird if he did this like just on a random live stream. Like that'd be really weird.
I mean, he's done it before.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Falcons winning the Super Bowl.
That's not happening. Well, over my dead, cold, rotten body.
Well, maybe that's what happens. I'm just saying that's what the theme of this episode is.
Honestly, if Atlanta does do that, I hope that happens.
That seems dramatic.
It's life or death, dude. You should know this, man.
I've watched the Steelers win the Super Bowl twice, okay? I'm still here.
But you were in a coma.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
I would not when the Steelers won the Super Bowl. I was in I don't even know if I was in a coma. I might have been in a very brief coma at one point, a year where the Steelers went to the Super Bowl. But when I came out of the, medically induced coma that I was in, I watched the Packers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl, and that was really fun. I was not in a coma when the Steelers won the Super Bowl.
Majestic said he don't even realize he's talking to somebody that got rated by Tom Grossi like 3 times now. I mean, yeah, he got rated by him 3 times, and I got rated by him once, so that's 4 times. Well, actually 5 times, right? Because we got rated when we were doing the Who Dey versus Who Dat Thursday night game one time.
I was about to say, you've been rated by Tom Grossi multiple times, right?
Well, on my channel only once. But
yeah.
Mainly because the Saints haven't been on prime time, so I never had the opportunity. So.
Also, I think I've been rated 4 times, right? Because I was rated 3 times, and then the one Who Dey versus Who Dat one.
Right. I just remember I got rated, then I showed them that, and then everybody just started flipping out. So.
I think I was there for that one.
Yeah, I still watch that to this day.
Yeah.
They're very funny.
I bet. All right. Well, you got anything else to say about why the Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl?
Have you ever heard of this thing called a dungeon?
A dungeon?
Because I'm going to tell you right now, it was all made for it. The story was written. The deal was getting processed. In Atlanta, they're the color of this pen, And you know what we do to them? We smoke them like a blunt.
Like a blunt. You big weed smoker, Mikey?
What?
You big weed smoker, Mikey?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I be smoking that good stuff, man. Yeah. And then when you get it, you'll live it.
I hate blunts personally. I just don't like tobacco, so I don't know why you'd want to smoke tobacco.
I don't like it. I was just trying to, throw on my phase.
Yeah. You did a bad job.
I do that all the time. What?
I said you did a bad job.
Oh, I know. I do a bad job all the time.
I don't know about that. You put out a friggin' thing the other day. It was really good. Your skit. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
You did a good job of that.
Yeah.
You did a bad job of impersonating a weed smoker.
Well, you see, not all the people are people.
Now you're doing a better job of impersonating a weed smoker.
Well, you see, man, a pigeon without a briefcase is just a bird.
He's got a good point. He's like, I'm smoking right now. Helps me keep my Cowboy Super Bowl hope tight.
Man, Cowboys, man, they ain't got no chance in Jeffy Tomer's basement.
I don't know about that. I think the Cowboys, like, if I was ranking NFC teams in terms of like those fireworks, I think those are fireworks. Okay. If I was ranking NFC teams in terms of like likelihood of winning the Super Bowl, I mean, like, I think the Cowboys be like. They'd definitely be top 10 at least. No. Although I guess when there's 16 teams, that's not exactly saying much. But like the Cowboys might be like top 5 in terms of like likelihood of winning the Super Bowl.
No, they're not. Because their quarterback is Dak Prescott.
That's the main reason why they might do it.
No,
he's
because
good.
He can't play in the playoffs. He can't play in the postseason.
No, he hasn't played in the playoffs much.
No, he has, and he sucked every time.
Yeah, but he's not going to this time.
Oh no, he will.
But this is the why your team's going to win the Super Bowl episode.
Oh no, we're past that.
No, we're not. The episode is still going. It's what the thumbnail says.
I don't believe in, dude. I don't believe in thumbnails, man.
You got one right there. You got 2 of them. I know you do.
No, I cut most of it off.
Yeah, but it's still there.
Debatable.
No, it's not. It's objectively verifiable very quickly.
Hey, Majestic said, hey, let me hop on the stream one day and we do a 3-person stream before the season starts to give our official power rankings for the 2026 season.
Yeah, sure, at some point.
Yeah, you gotta talk to Kyle about that. I don't control who gets on the show.
Yeah, I gotta talk to the man in charge.
Ironically, a Bengals fan's the one in charge.
What?
Bengals haven't been in charge of nothing their whole life.
But I'm not on the Bengals.
You are, though.
Yeah, be nice. My bank account doesn't say that.
Your alliance is to the Bengals. Your heart is on the Bengals, meaning you are on the Bengals. If they win the Super Bowl, you win a Super Bowl. If they go 3-14, you go 3-14.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh no, because football is life or death, honey.
And it's really not.
Oh no, it is. No, it is.
This shit's just a game.
No, it's far from a game.
It's just a game.
When Eric Berry was having cancer problems and he still played football, was that just a game to you?
Well, to me, yes. To him, no, obviously.
The emergence of the exciting whites for the New York Giants, is that just a game?
Hopefully.
Nah. When Sam Darnold was thrown out into the streets by the Minnesota Vikings, picked up by the Seattle Seahawks to be their saving grace and lead them to a Super Bowl for the first time in over a freaking decade, was that just that game?
Like Sam Darnold was fucking homeless. Give me a break.
He basically was homeless. He
wasn't. Do you know how much money he made in the NFL up to that point?
He
wasn't fucking homeless.
He didn't have a team. So yes, he was homeless. Because
that's not, again, because football's just a game. It's not the same as being homeless.
Man, when Phillip Rivers came out of retirement at the age of 44 to help feed his grandchildren, was that just a game? I think that's the most just a game example of any of this shit, honestly. Oh, man. Nah, if it was just a game, then why do they get paid almost $200 million?
Because insanity. Because TV. That's why.
It's a job. It's life. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so I guess you're right. It is more than a game. It's also their jobs.
It's life or death, honey.
But for me, it's just a game.
I don't know where you're getting that from. You should know this well by now. That it's life or death over here.
This and you just chalk up another reason I don't want to move to New Orleans. Then.
Yeah, because George Pickens can't catch shit.
Fuck does that have to do with anything?
You remember?
Oh well, no, I was gonna visit New Orleans, not move to New Orleans.
Like I would have let you leave.
I don't think you would have had a choice.
Nah, I would have locked you in a prison.
You haven't even hit your growth spurt yet. How would you have done that?
I'm 6'2".
But you hadn't hit your growth spurt yet.
I hit one a couple years ago, going from 5'4" to 5'11".
Oh, you told me that was relatively recent.
That was like 3 years ago. When I was 5'4" 3 years ago.
You're like 3 years ago.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Didn't think about that, did you?
Your mama.
Yeah. See, you ain't got no fucking comeback to that, do you?
Comebacks.
We are completely and utterly off the rails at this point. Okay, so
comebacks.
I think it's about time. I think it's about time we sign off.
28-3.
Oh my
comeback 28-3. 28-3.
I'll leave y'all as always with a Who Dey.
Who Dat?
Oh boy.
Are we done now?
We are done. You are something.
Oh, thank God. I finally dropped the act. Thank God. It was painful in that thing. All right.
Wait, what was it? What was painful?